these stakeholders that are really important to include: critical, regulatory, of course, clinical, preclinical, your marketing colleagues, research and development, whether that be product characterization or the R&D engineers, health economics and reimbursement. And there might be other people that you'd want to include who are involved in maybe some of the costing exercises as well. So the stakeholder input is critical, and it is really important for the team to talk about and agree on what are the desired routes, indications, claims, differentiating features for the product in order for their strategies to be aligned to that target product profile, which is the ultimate goal. Because the target product profile drives the strategy decisions and the formal content of each of the strategies of the stakeholders that are listed here. Now, who owns target product profile? And that can vary from company to company depending on the size. If you're in a larger company, a lot of times project management owns this. There are smaller companies where the person leading the project from an R&D perspective are the owners of the target product profile. When I say owner, they're really the person who's facilitating the discussion. At a very high level, the target product profile process involves a thorough evaluation of your product versus the competitor or standard of care. And some of the elements that you're looking at are pretty basic, things we think about all the time, but it's really just documenting in one place. What are the desired indications? What are the claims you're looking for, whether they be safety, efficacy, performance? What is the pricing and reimbursement for your product versus the competitor? What's the landscape like? When you look at multiple target product profiles, multiple indications, what is the value, the net present value or return on investment, internal rate of return for each indication? What are the differentiating product features that your competitor has versus your product? And last but not least, again, at a very high level, I'll drill down on these in more detail. What are the exclusivity measures that you're looking for that help to keep your market share within the market? Drilling down a little bit further, when should you start this process? I would say as early as possible, once the product is at a state in which you have a pretty good idea of where it might go in terms of performance. If you have a 510K product and it's already approved for a general indication, it's a good idea at that point, if you want to go for a more specific indication to garner some more market share, to then develop a target product profile. I don't know how many times I've been approached by marketing colleagues on the sponsor side where they say, oh, I just want to do this study and really don't have a strong rationale for wanting to do the study. So this is a good process to go through with your marketing colleagues and everyone else involved, because some of the indications and claims that might come out of it really impact other areas or other functions from a regulatory, obviously from a clinical standpoint, because you want to design the best study which has the highest probability of success. So it enables the conversation between your marketing colleagues and everyone else involved as to what is the best, where's the best place to put your money in terms of designing a clinical study. The last thing you want to do is design a multi-million-dollar clinical study that perhaps doesn't have the right endpoints or the right probability of success, and it's high risk. So start early. If it's a new product in product development, if it's an existing product and you want to differentiate claims, that's a good place to start as well, even if the product's on the market. Most critical aspect and the area that takes the longest time is really the due diligence, the market data analysis, and the brainstorming on indications and claims. It's the area where it's probably going to test the team members to Obviously, everybody has to bring their A game, and everyone has to look into, well, most importantly, the medical clinical people that do their due diligence on the review of literature. Marketing has to do their due diligence on the market analysis. And then everyone needs to brainstorm together as to what is the best indication or claim that has the highest likelihood of succeeding. It's important for the team to really look outside of the box, and when they brainstorm, it's brainstorming about every possibility and looking at and envisioning what is the potential economic value. If you can corner the market on a claim that your competitor does not have, or if it saves the Center for Medicare and Medicaid or HMOs or payers money in the long run, then that's the vision you should have from the very beginning. If you're trying to reduce a type of side effect or a complication, and you know that your products can do that, that's the type of potential economic value that you're looking for in a claim. There are aspects also of looking at the feature of your product. For example, if the product has, the competitor's product is hollow, and I'm not going to get into the specific device here, but and perhaps doesn't last as long in the body as you would like it, they would like it. That's one of the downfalls of the product. But you've designed a product that has a more rigid structure, has a structure whereby the product will last longer in the body, then that is definitely a differentiating feature for you. It has many benefits that you can come out, and then the outcomes, of course, will be demonstrated in your clinical trial. And it would bring your highest return on investment. That's the area you want to look at in terms of designing the product, as well as putting together a clinical study that can prove that differentiation. And last but not least, how do you best position for exclusivity? There are many things we'll get into that will help you to have some exclusivity for your product, meaning positioning you so that others have higher hurdles or the same hurdles that you've had to achieve, or even hurdles that can't be achieved. For example, if you have patents, multiple patents on your product, now granted you have to have a legal team that would be willing to litigate should there be any patent infringement, but patents definitely protect you. I'll get into a little bit more detail in just a moment here.